gentlemen, yeah, you're watching GEEKCASTER. Yeah, everything sci-fi, fantasy, and geek culture. I'm Phil Geeks, and we've got Dayveonne Bussy. How you doing, Dayveonne?
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. Yeah. So what's going on, sir?
Oh, nothing much besides Tuesday. You know, I happened to be at a red carpet event.
All right.
For Amazon and was MGM. The film was called Roadhouse.
Okay. And was it good? Like, tell us a little bit about this Roadhouse.
All right, so it's a reimagined retelling of the old, I forgot the year, but the Patrick Swayze version.
That's why it sounds familiar. I was thinking of Patrick Swayze, yeah.
Yes, it's a reimagined, and they actually, while I was there, they actually paid tribute to Patrick Swayze.
All right.
So I would say, to be honest with you, from the difference between both films, Patrick Swayze's version was great at that time. This version was really good.
All right.
It was like a tier up from the Patrick Swayze version.
Well, I'm sure the action and fighting must be, they bump that up. Things have changed. Everybody wants like fast-paced things and things. So, all right. Now, where can we see this film?
If you have Prime Video, Prime Video is the perfect place to see it. It's here today. It came out today.
Oh, all right. And don't you have a new film out, Laika?
Oh, no. It was a film called Conjuring Up that I was there for my other red carpet.
Oh, okay.
Well, not a red carpet. It was a award film festival. So it was that film, and also Necrosis Incorporated that I was part of, executive producer and acting it, that we did in 2018, 2019.
But you said it's called Laika, no?
Oh, you're talking about Laika. Laika was long ago. Yeah, that was an old film. That's on Tubi. So most of the films that I'm in is on Tubi.
Okay.
So it's Laika, Manhunt, and also Thug.
Well, I'm just biting my teeth into this Laika because that was interesting. You how do you prepare for that? You played a zombie?
Like a possessed, like, you know how witch doctors possess somebody, and they're not technically zombies because in order to be a zombie, you have to be dead.
Gotcha. So you were possessed. Well, I find that fascinating because, like, as an actor, how do you prepare to be possessed? Like, do you look at other movies? Do you talk to people that claim they were possessed? Like, how do you prepare for that?
I would say watch other movies. Do not ask or talk to people that's been possessed, because that's not a good idea to do.
Well, I'm just saying. Well, all right now.
I will watch movies to reenact those scenes, because you got to really think, how would a possessed person be, or be under control by somebody?
That's what I'm thinking.
But movies are a better way to analyze, or watch something on YouTube to really get an idea of ways to be possessed. Especially it was a fight film. So it was like...
Wait a minute. You were a possessed fighter?
Yeah.
Wow. That's a lot. I like that. Well, speaking of reality as a transition, do you ever watch any of the reality shows that are on... like Netflix or anything?
Nah.
Well,
I'm not a reality TV person. I'm a documentary person, but not a reality TV person.
I'm surprised because you're a little philosopher yourself. You're always making these little quotes and saying things about love and relationships. I'm surprised you don't watch any of those shows like Love is Blind, like those kind of things.
Because part of it is scripted.
Right. Yeah.
At the end of the day, those reality TV shows, it's not really reality TV shows. They're just something that they make it seem like it's reality. But at the end of the day, once the cameras are off, those people go their separate lives, especially the people that win the contest, people that be in
Right.
so-called relationships, they're not in relationships at the end of the show.
This one I find interesting because it's a reality show, but it's kind of it's like a doc mixed with a reality show because people go in these little pods, and they look like pods, like little I don't know, 5x5, 6x6s, whatever. They can't see the other person, and people they basically date a whole bunch of people, and based on their personality, they pick the person. And then they when they pick the person they want, they say, "Oh, I'm in love," and they basically get engaged.
Nah, because I was on a reality TV show one time.
All right,
and this was like 2014, 2015, and it was like a comedy skit for a particular company.
All right,
and
I don't know what the quotations are for, but okay, quote unquote.
But it was unique. It was very unique. Like I was the one that dressed suave compared to the other guys. They dressed, but they went by people's kitchens. Yeah,
I'm confused.
So whatever you had in your kitchen, the person will go in, check your kitchen out, and if she noticed certain things, she'll be like, pick up on it, and she'll be like, okay. So it was like going into the person's fridge.
Wait, they actually went into your home?
No, it was a fake home.
Okay, but did you put any of your personality in there so that way?
I put my personality into the kitchen that I selected, yes.
Gotcha.
But it wasn't my kitchen.
Gotcha. So that was the fake part.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Well,
and I won.
Did they choose you?
Yeah, I won.
Oh wow!
Because I had the suave kitchen with the nice wine and some food that it would look like I actually cooked.
Suave. All right. So, did things work out with that person?
No, it was fake. It wasn't real.
Oh, there was no date. Wow. Well, that sucks. No wonder the show's not around anymore.
Yeah, we look like we're a couple. Like it's going to pop off. But once the cameras cut off, lights go out, no.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, there's the end of that one. All right, so the big news, right, in Geek Land, because I would probably be canceled if I didn't mention it.
No, you won't.
Acolyte, this whole new, I think this is about like the beginning of the Sith.
Mm-hmm.
So, they've been playing with us. Listen, all the Star Wars stuff and what is it called? Basically all the crap they gave us after Rogue One was pretty much BS. All right? This is the one we really wanted. But for some reason, I don't know. I'm kind of excited, but then they just kind of gave us so much. I'm kind of Star Wars'd out. And I'm a Star Wars fan.
Well, you know what it is. I love Disney. Disney, remember, I'm not bashing. Well, I'm bashing y'all, but I'm bashing y'all in a way where it's critiquing because y'all going through a trying time because you're TikTok.
Yeah, they just did too much. It's like having too much success in a short amount of time.
No, it's not even that.
You don't think so?
No, it's poor decisions. It's like poor decisions of trying to utilize what's going on in the world and add it to the product, which should never ever be a part of. Like, you should never ever infuse reality with fiction.
Well, I don't know.
No, because think about it.
Well, say it a different way. You mean don't infuse politics with fiction? Is that what you're saying? because everything fantasy is infused some sort of reality.
Well, I'll say this: it's not more politics; it's more woke.
Listen. This is our own show. We can say what we want. You know what I mean? Like,
so don't
it is what it is.
woke with fantasy.
So basically, let's just keep it real here, because if anyone's upset, oh well, I don't really care. So basically, what you're saying is like the whole leave sex out of it, gender, leave all the hot button topics out of the films. That's what you're saying.
If
Black Lives Matter, don't mention anything that'll ruffle any figures.
Well, if the product had nothing to do with Black Lives Matter, gender, or anything like that, don't put it in. Now, if you created your own product and it had that in it, and that was the original concept, then that's okay, cool. But stuff that we grew up watching, a lot of it is like being forced down people's throats, especially with cartoons and all this stuff, like with Marvel, live action adaptations. You'd be like, hold up, first and foremost, we just want y'all to, if you're going to remake it the way it was supposed to be. Not remake it in a way where, oh, we got to be with the way the society wants it in modern times. But it's a way to do things.
Well, and I know you mentioned this before, so I'm just going to throw it out there. And if you don't want to go into it, we could move on. But do you feel like, and a lot of people do, like, I guess one of the big backlash with like the Marvels, they felt like trying to balance out representation as far as women, it just went so much to the side where all the men were looking dumb, and just like it wasn't equaling anything out. It was just kind of just threw everything the opposite way, but still unbalanced.
Well, I would say this: Marvels, I really did like the film because it was pretty much starting off like just combining three of the characters that's part of the franchise into a scenario where they're together and have to team up against a female foe. Which, okay, that's cool. It wasn't making men dumb on this one, because now people that thought it did, once they saw it on Disney Plus, the whole perception of it changed. And they're like, oh, this wasn't a bad film. I'm like, yeah, this wasn't really bad. I went to the theaters and saw it, and I was like, I really didn't have an issue with it. Now, if you want to talk about a movie I had an issue with, was Barbie. You made Ken's dumb, and the Barbies, like, it was just like, hold up, first and foremost, I get feminism, I get everything like that, but men are not, you're making a doll-like version of men look really, really stupid. And then you made reality men look really, really stupid. Like, I really felt that film, I get it, it was catered to the women.
All right.
But in a way where if a man wanted to judge the film, it was looking for us to talk negative about it. And that was the negative.
Well, you know, it's interesting. I think overall, my takeaway is I think the heart is in the right place, but they don't know how to do it. And they have their biases. And I say they with quotes. Whoever's leading the charge, they're exposing their ignorance in many ways by the way the decisions that they're choosing.
Right. And I 100% agree with that, because you got men that defend women all the time, but then they get kicked to the curb and be disrespected because of the fact that, oh, you're part of the problem still, even though you're helping me.
And you know what? There might be some truth to that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There might be. I mean, but, you know, everyone's learning. Everyone's growing. Yeah.
What else?
Yeah. What else is out there now? Oh, there's this thing, 3/21/21, whatever that is. I didn't see it, but I saw there's like the body problem, or
It's a horror, isn't it? A horror. I haven't watched it. I was tempted to, but then
The poster looks interesting.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was interested in watching it. I'm probably going to watch it tonight, but right now I'm going to be after this show. I'm watching the documentary I've been waiting for throughout my life. I thought it was going to come out during the pandemic, but it happened to come out now, which is like yes. So if everybody know about the Freaknik,
I think that most of the people, well, it depends. I mean, it depends what generation.
exactly.
You know,
For those who
the
not
youngins wouldn't know
about,
about this. So you're just
this
going.
is something that your
Yeah.
mom and your dad probably be open about it, but your mom ain't gonna be willing to talk about this.
Because she probably was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just think of a black version of Spring Break.
Which basically means a whole bunch of drinking, drugs, and sex, and doing things that you shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
I don't even know why they bother with this documentary. Like, anyway. I said, like, so far, like, you were playing it as we were setting up, and they sound all intellectual and trying to make all these references, and all that's crap. Bottom line is, people just wanted to party and get it on. It was a meat market. That's all it was. That's all it was. End of documentary. Right there. Anyway, let's move on, because I don't want to put any more energy in that foolishness. Anyway, did you see The Gentleman? That series was fire. Or lit, or whatever. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. It was the joint.
It was the
business. It was cool. Diggity. It was good. It was really good. Can we say good again? It was good. And people, I'm saying it. The Gentleman, Guy Ritchie did his thing. I love him as a director.
I don't mind working with him.
Listen,
if Guy Ritchie's listening, I don't mind working with you.
Guy, you need to get me in there. My name is Phil Geeks, and I'm awesome. I can do those stunts. But you know what's good? It wasn't just blowing things up, which was great. It wasn't just action for action's sake. Every second counted. And that was really good. For a series, well, let me tell you something. Shut my mouth and call me Susan. It was awesome. Yeah.
Okay. So I will say this. I did go to the movies to see one particular film that I really had my hopes up to be really good. The movie is called Imaginary.
All right.
Wait. Let me rephrase that. Let me do it again. Imaginary.
All right.
So it's basically about like your typical child that have an imaginary friend, like you, Philby, Geeks. If anybody knows about imaginary friends, it's like once you get older, you start to slip and forget about your imaginary friend.
All right. Now, by the way, so what you said so far, this has been done a lot in the last several years. So I'm just trying to see where they're going a little different with it, because people have played with this imaginary thing, and it's, there was one, what was it? This guy was like a donkey. You know that series where he was
I know what you're talking about.
That was awesome.
That one was really good.
That was really good.
But this one is a horror film.
All right. So what's the point? Really quick, what's the point of this one?
It's just pretty much somebody neglect their imaginary friend, and all of a sudden the imaginary friend doing these traits to either kidnap the kids or kill or fatally kill their parents.
Did you see was it Friday
Five Nights at Freddy?
Yeah, I mean that kind of touches. It's funny, so many films touch on that whole imaginary thing.
But Five Nights at Freddy wasn't imaginary. It was just more possession.
Yeah.
So it was based off the video game. So this one was more all the kids possessed the animatronics at the Freddy Fazbear place.
Right.
So they pretty much was the ones that were killing people in the restaurant / Chuck E. Cheese establishment.
All right.
And he found out that there was somebody that was taking control of that. But back to Imaginary. My review of the film, I said this film was mediocre, especially as a horror film, because I was a little disappointed with the way it went. It pretty much did not deliver the way the trailer delivered. I went there, I sat, I was a little disappointed, but there were some things that you was like, okay, and then next thing you know, it didn't deliver.
Mm.
So like that commercial with, because the commercial been drilling in our head where the imaginary friend turned into this monster, this scare off or kill this little boy, this teenager. I met one of the people that auditioned for it, and he didn't get the part, but at the same time, it was like, okay, couldn't you kill the kid and then make it look like his body disappeared or something by him dying or getting murdered? No. He runs off scared like a little, you know what? There's only one death in the film. One death. One. One person died on screen. That was it.
Spoiler alert. Okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's going to be a spoiler because the movie's out already. It's been out, so it's like it's time for a spoiler. It was just one death in the film.
Well, that's actually kind of an accomplishment. Did they keep it going all the way to the end? Did they keep it energetic?
It was at the end, and it was like an old lady that died in the film. Like the creature killed her.
Yeah.
That was it. And you're like, and the lady was not really significant of the film. It was like you added her just to get a kill moment, and you're like, what was the point? What was the point of having her there?
Yeah,
because it felt like she was insignificant. Oh, I was your babysitter, and you used to do these things. But the good thing about it, the main star of the film was, I forgot, it was her sister. Her last name is Watson. I forgot her first name. Don't get me wrong, the acting was good. But there were certain things I felt as though whoever wrote it, certain things should have been weeded out a little bit. But I do feel as though it has potential for a sequel or a prequel for this film. So we'll see what happens. But as far as it was a good attempt of a horror film, but I say mediocre because it wasn't no shock value with this film. And pretty much that was it. So I would give Imaginary probably like a 5.5 to a 6. And that's being nice.
Did you see the film Damsel?
Mm-mm.
Let me see if I could. Yeah, Damsel. That was pretty good. The girl from what's that show that he's supposed to be like an 80s show and it's like horror. It's like a series. Stranger Things.
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about Millie Bobby Brown?
Yeah. She did a good job. Damsel was interesting. It was definitely a heroine, right? But it made sense. It definitely fits in the whole. Now we're gonna have a whole bunch of. Can you say females? I don't even know if you can do that anymore. Whoa, politically correct. But it was great. She did a really great job. I mean, I believed it. They didn't have her do anything too much to make it be like, oh no. You know, like when they have pretty men or pretty women, you know, coming up in there and they're like, all of a sudden they're fighting and doing all this extra stuff. You're like, this is not believable. This is
like,
not,
like a Megan Fox.
Or what's that guy that plays Spider-Man? And they had him do like this whole Indiana Jones kind of movie.
Oh, that was based off the video game. You're talking about, oh God.
Doesn't even matter. It wasn't believable. I Anyway,
It was
Damsel was great. Denzel was great, and I think this is one. I think this might be one for the books. I think it might be one for the books. So definitely check that out, and we can even bring that up in the next show. I'm really curious what you think about it. The dragon in the film was awesome. As far as the special effects and everything. Yeah. So definitely, those are my picks for the week: The Gentleman and Damsel. I think those were two surprises that are really going to make people like, oh yeah.
All right. Did anybody see Ghostbusters yet?
No. Let's save that for next show because it's almost over. But I have to say, happy birthday, sir.
Birthday's not till tomorrow.
Yeah, well, by the time people see this, it will be tomorrow.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So happy birthday. And how's it feel?
To be 38?
How's it feel, man?
It feels like it's no different from being 28.
That you heard it there, folks. It's the same business.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, if you one of those people that are active, always on the run and stuff, you don't feel it. If you one of those people that sit home and play video games and watch TV and munch on chips and go on your day or 9 to 5, back home doing the same exact thing, not getting out, getting fresh air, then you're gonna feel it.
And heard it here first, folks. Any surprise clubs or you know what I mean? No pole dancing for you?
No, I'm just one of those guys that I would say this year doesn't even feel like an exciting birthday. I'm going to be honest with you.
Gotcha. All right. Well, anyway, everybody, put some comments, say happy birthday for this guy, this,
Gosh, no.
Yeah. And, So, all right, you know what? We got a minute or two. So, Ghostbusters, before we go, is it a thumbs up or a thumbs down as far as Dayveonne is concerned?
As far as Dayveonne is concerned, because it's a classic, because it's a sequel, it's not a remake, it's actually passing the torch, and you get the original characters, I'm a thumbs up for this one, baby. Yeah!
So, wait a minute. So, the other Ghostbuster ones, we forget those? The one with the ladies, forget that. And didn't they come up with another one in between?
Okay, you're talking about the cartoon, which is Extreme Ghostbusters?
No, there was one with some of the Stranger Things
guys.
Yeah,
that's the sequel. That's
it never came out all this time. All right.
Yeah. So the female Ghostbusters do never, ever speak of that film. Never,
so that one didn't exist. So we're going from the 80s to now, to this one.
Correct.
All right. Let's do it. All right, you're watching GEEKCASTER. I'm Phil Geeks, and we have Dayveonne Plessy, and go to GeekCaster.com. GeekCaster on, the balloons. I'm feeling that. That was nice. Check us out, and this is awesome. And wow, more balloons. I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah, because I am a magician.
And
just like that movie, American Society of Magical Black People.
This guy's crazy. I love it, but it's crazy.